Moving to Denver from California can feel like a major upgrade. More space, mountain views, a break from sky-high home prices. But here's the part that nobody puts in their brochure. A surprising number of Californians move here and then leave within the first 2 years. Not because Denver's a bad place, but because a few everyday realities catch them off guard. If you're thinking about making the move, stay tuned. You do not want to miss this. One of the biggest shocks isn't home price, it's everything around it. Here's the reality. Colorado homeowners insurance has been rising super fast due to hail and fire risk. Yeah, it's not just California, guys. Some of my buyers from California are absolutely shocked to see that the premiums are double what they expected. It wasn't always like this. Times are changing. Then add in higher auto insurance, your winter utility bills, although this year, I'll be honest with you, we've been blessed with some super awesome warm weather, and home maintenance from snow and the winter freeze cycles. It all adds up. And these are things absolutely no one told me about when I moved from, you guessed it, California 20 years ago. And while it's definitely pricier than it was 20 years ago when I moved here, I still wouldn't say it's unaffordable here. It's just that for those of you moving here, the true monthly cost to live here might be a little bit different than what you planned for. A lot of Californians move here expecting the traffic to disappear. Truth is, traffic here is no good, but it's fairly predictable. And while Denver is not Los Angeles or other parts of California, the growth here has been absolutely explosive, and our infrastructure just can't make the needed changes fast enough. It may feel great when comparing it to California traffic especially, but trust me, it gets old fast. And I-25 during rush hour, don't even get me started. And I-70 heading into the mountains for a good weekend of skiing, it's a monster headache. The traffic is absolutely horrible. Did not used to be like this. And if you're driving from the tech center on the south side of Denver to any of the outlying suburbs, it's enough to make this guy and plenty of other people very cranky. What may surprise some of you is not that traffic exists. Of course it does. Traffic everywhere. It's the fact that your short commute still could take 30 or 40 minutes, which is still way better than California commutes, but it gets old. And for some like me, we realized very quickly that the daily grind is not what we imagined when we thought of the slower pace of Denver. You know, when I reflect on my time in Los Angeles, I always tell people the way I survived was that I worked near where I lived. Now, that's not something I want to tell you here in Denver. You don't have to do that. We have great public transportation. There's a train that takes you from almost anywhere around the suburbs of Denver to straight to downtown. And also this culture that we can work from home now. A lot of us work from home. It's not needed. And I still say though, find your home and where you want to live based on your lifestyle first. That's the most important thing. Again, those who tend to be happiest here when they move here are the ones that focus on their lifestyle. Work is work. Lifestyle is your everyday, and it's what makes you happy. And I firmly believe that. Altitude isn't something you just notice on a hike. It affects everyday daily life here in Colorado. By the way, guys, as I recall, when I moved here 20 years ago, I spent like a month feeling a little bit under the weather, adjusting to the altitude. It's real. That may not be your experience, but just something to be aware of. So seriously, the dry air, the dehydration, and make sure you drink lots of water. It could save you from some miserable times. Add to that the nosebleeds that you might get, the dry skin issues, especially in the winter. It's ridiculous. You know, these things take time to acclimate to, and you got to give it a chance. You give it enough time, ultimately you will mostly acclimate, although I still don't like how dry it is here, but that's me. Guys, I mean, add to that the intense sun exposure. I'm getting a sunburn right now, in fact. I can get burnt in like 3 minutes here. It's crazy. And on top of that, the extreme weather changes, and I mean extreme. They go from this sunny blue skies to like a storm rolling in within minutes. You don't even believe it until you see it. It could take you a full year to acclimate, but I promise you, give it a chance and you will. However, some of you just might feel better at sea level. But most people adapt. All right, listen, when I lived in the Los Angeles area, I lived almost entirely in the San Gabriel Valley. I called Pasadena my home for many years. And in my time in the valley there, I almost never took trips to the beach because I didn't want to deal with the traffic to get there. You know how it is, San Gabriel Valley to the beach, that's a long drive. And I was actually fine with it. But here's the truth, you don't actually think about the ocean every single day until it's gone. This is what I got here in Denver. Beautiful, Sloan's Lake, but it's not the same. Hey, for some Californians, myself included, the lack of coastal access can hit hard emotionally. You start craving the smell of the sea, the sand in your car, the coastal breeze. I've been in Colorado for 20 years now, and I miss it a lot, still to this day. I'm pretty sure that's why pretty much all my vacations are to the Bahamas or around bodies of water. Here's the reality. Here in Colorado, no spontaneous beach days. I mean, what we call beach here, not what you're thinking. No marine layer and no awesome weekend drives up the coast. My experience is, and maybe it's yours too, you don't miss it until you don't have it. Another real life example, other than the ocean, which we don't have here. We have this beautiful lake and some other lakes, but no ocean. In-N-Out Burger. I never put In-N-Out Burger on a pedestal. I liked it a lot. I never put it on a pedestal until I couldn't get it anymore. All of a sudden I found myself craving that double-double with grilled onions, maybe a triple-triple, maybe a 4x4, who knows? Great news, In-N-Out is in Colorado now. So I can get it anytime and I don't have it quite on that pedestal anymore, but it's still, in my opinion, delicious. All right, so the mountains here in Colorado are absolutely incredible, and that's what we have here. But they're not the ocean, and right around year 2, that's when that realization really hits. A funny thing happens though, if you're in Colorado long enough like me, I've been here for 20 years, you start taking those mountains for granted. They're beautiful. And then you don't realize it until you go somewhere that's kind of flat. I was in Minnesota for a trip one time, and I was like, where's the mountains? And you start to miss the mountains, and you start craving the mountains, just like you kind of crave the ocean. It's all kind of cyclical. Different vibe, of course, between the two, but the mountains here are magnificent. So this is why you may want to leave after 2 years. And this reason is also the most preventable. By the way, look at this magical view. We got Golden down here. Got Coors Brewing way off in the distance there. You got downtown Denver. This is a lifestyle. All right, guys, let me clarify this point because this is what I do. My name is Ray. I am a local real estate agent here in the Denver area, and it is my passion and my goal to find you your dream home in a place that makes sense for your lifestyle. We don't live to work. We work so that we can live, and I believe that everybody should live to their fullest. If you want my free relocation guide, just comment below free, and I'll contact you and make sure you get one. But here's the absolute truth. Denver isn't just one lifestyle, it's dozens. It's urban walkability, quiet suburbs, mountain-adjacent towns, master plan communities, creative districts. When someone chooses their home based on price or square footage, and not how they actually live their day-to-day, that's when the frustration can build up over time. And that's when you start hearing, Denver just isn't for us. The people who stay and love it here tend to do a few things differently. They plan for the true cost of living here, and they tend to pick neighborhoods that match their daily routine. Guys, how would you love to live right here? This is Stanley Lake. This is a lifestyle choice. This is what I'm talking about. And they embrace the seasons we have here instead of comparing them or complaining, which I'm very guilty of doing. Guys, right now, this is March weather. It's like in the mid 80s. You can't beat it. It's not always like this. You can't beat it right now. This is amazing. And they build a life that fits Colorado, not the one they left behind. All right, guys, so here's my final take. I am from California. I've been here for 20 years, and I absolutely miss the vibe, the pace of Southern California specifically, the ocean. But here's the other twisted part of this. Now that I've lived here for 20 years, when I leave Colorado, the second I'm away, I miss this vibe as well. This mountain vibe is special, guys. It really is. And you make your home based on your lifestyle, your friends. And I've met some of my best friends living here. And the outdoor culture here, this is amazing. The beer culture, by the way, Coors Brewery's right there. I'm telling you, they pump something in the air in Golden, Colorado, and you want to drink a Coors all day long. But there are so many great beers here. The winter sports, it's all just amazing. It's all about lifestyle, and it's all about you. If you're thinking about exploring a move to Denver and you really want to know what daily life looks like here, not just a highlight reel, that's what these videos are for. Follow along. Because the goal is not to just get you to Denver, it's to make sure Denver fits you in the long run. All right, my name is Ray. I am a local real estate agent here in the Denver area, and I put these videos out every week. I showcase the lifestyle, what it's really like to live in Denver, and I specifically target those of you relocating from other states like California and Texas, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. If you need anything, please feel to reach out. I'd be happy to guide you in the right direction. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.